February 17th, 2023 is going to be a very, very special day for Cheteshwar Pujara. Why? Because he is going to play his 100th test match, and it is going to be a very, very elite list that he's going to join in, because Cheteshwar Pujara will become the 13th Indian player to play 100 tests or more. It has been a momentous journey for Cheteshwar Pujara with lots of ups and downs, lots and lots of issues that have been there in his playing career. Forever considered to be non-attacking, strike rate issues, but when it comes to determination, grittiness, gutsiness, Cheteshwar Pujara fits the bill. And it is equally fitting that he is going to play his 100th test against the same opponents where he made his debut against 13 years ago. In October 2010, a young Cheteshwar Pujara, fresh from his exploits in the domestic circuit in Saurashtra, had walked into the Indian cricket team. He was touted as the next great wall of India after Rahul Dravid. 13 years on, 100 tests later, Cheteshwar Pujara is doing what Rahul Dravid did. Although his role has been undermined slightly, the runs may not be that much, but for impact, Cheteshwar Pujara is indeed magnificent. So Cheteshwar Pujara came for the press conference that was held today. Remember, this is the last press conference before the test match that will happen. Australia's will happen at 10:40, but India came at this point in time, and Cheteshwar Pujara addressed the media. He indeed said that I never thought I will be playing my 100th test, but this is special. Pujara's place was always under constant scrutiny because for 2 to 3 years he did not hit 100. There were questions raised. He was dropped. Then he had knee injuries. There had to be knee surgeries conducted. Despite all that, despite overcoming all the fitness issues and lack of consistency, Cheteshwar Pujara is playing his 100th test match. And it is truly a very special moment indeed for him. Never thought I'll be playing 100 tests. He also didn't think. But finally he's here 13 years later. Now, what were his core strengths? You may think that his dour defense, his gritty approach to the wicket, as well as taking blows on his body, those are the three mantras upon which Cheteshwar Pujara has built his game upon. But his prime fitness thing and his prime mantra to batting is need to be mentally strong. Ravichandran Ashwin, in one of the articles that he had written for ESPN Cricinfo, he called him the beast because of his single-minded approach to batting. The single-minded determination and focus has ensured that Cheteshwar Pujara is where he is today, with over 7,000 runs, 45 average, 19 centuries, and at an average of 45 at the number 3 position. The openers were always sorted. Number 4 and number 5 in this period were sorted. Cheteshwar Pujara was the glue that held them together. Stick to your game and be confident. Cheteshwar Pujara sticks to his own game. He wears the bowlers down, and when he gets an opportunity, he goes for it. That is how Cheteshwar Pujara is. Australia will know it better. He was the one who ground the Australia bowlers and fatigued them out totally in the 4 tests. After that, he managed to score runs. Breaching his defense is a very huge problem, and Cheteshwar Pujara, if he sticks to his game and if he is confident, he can go the long haul. But I hope he does not repeat the mistake that he did in Nagpur, because he was playing the sweep shot, hold out to the fielder that was stationed there at short fine leg. Very uncharacteristic Cheteshwar Pujara. Perhaps that was the nervous 90s that got to him. But in his 100th test, we will all want to see the old Cheteshwar Pujara wearing the opponents down on a flat Delhi wicket, hopefully, and then ensure that Australia struggle from that point in time. Now, you have to remember that for the past couple of years, Cheteshwar Pujara was not in the reckoning for the Indian cricket team, especially despite his exploits in 2021 and despite his exploits after that. The one thing that stuck to his name was that he was not getting big centuries. He was not converting the big starts, and that is why his place in the team, should it be warranted, Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane were clubbed in that same bracket. Rahane, unfortunately, has not come back into the reckoning, but Cheteshwar Pujara did on the back of magnificent county performances that he did for Surrey and later on for Sussex. was playing county and got back my confidence. The moment I started scoring runs, I knew I will get a call again. Before the England tour started in 2022, Cheteshwar Pujara was scoring double centuries and centuries. Although we had said at that time that it was County Championship Division 2, it was really important that he got runs under any circumstances with any kind of opponents. So that is the major thing that we will have to do. Cheteshwar Pujara was scoring runs. He was just given the brief, score runs, and he would be back. And he came back. He did well in England, and now he did well in the series against Bangladesh, where he won the Man of the Series award. Although he failed in the first test, he might do well in the second test in Delhi. So Cheteshwar Pujara, the turning point for him was the run that he had in county cricket, especially prior to the 2022 tour of England. And so he knew if I had scored runs, I would get a call, and he did get a call. What was the most memorable moment for Cheteshwar Pujara? Debut. He had waited for a long time to make his debut in the Indian cricket team, and when he did, he unfortunately got out for 4 when Mitchell Johnson managed to get him out with a delivery that stayed very low. After waiting in the wings for so long, the way how Cheteshwar Pujara was dismissed, that was very unfortunate. But in the 4th innings, when India had to negotiate a tricky chase, Pujara stepped up and hit 72. And that 72 ensured that Indian fans would finally breathe a sigh of relief, because they probably had found a successor to Rahul Dravid when he had to go. Now, Rahul Dravid is the head coach. Cheteshwar Pujara is playing his 100th test. Master and the apprentice have ensured that for 2 decades, India's number 3 is in very safe hands. Dravid in particular from the start of the 21st century until he retired, and Cheteshwar Pujara from 2010 onwards till now, that number 3 position has been vital for Indian cricket. And so we have to thank both Dravid and Cheteshwar Pujara for the way how they have gone about it. First overseas 100. That also was very important when you have to look at Cheteshwar Pujara's prominence, because he was touted as being the guy who would only perform in the subcontinent, he could only perform in Asian conditions. But when he got his first overseas 100, that was the turning point in his career. Even in that article that Ashwin said that Cheteshwar Pujara's 100 on a green top at the SSC ensured that he was back, and he was going to ensure that he made that number 3 spot is his. That is how it was. But there was also one more major problem that was there in Cheteshwar Pujara's career. That was in 2020. He had said COVID and when will the game resume. That was the 2 things which was challenging in his career. He wanted to ensure that coronavirus ended and that India could start playing test cricket all over again. Okay, Cheteshwar Pujara had got a big standing ovation when he was picked by Chennai Super Kings in 2021. But he didn't play a single game. And to compound matters, he could not go for the county circuit as well. So that kind of was a double whammy in Cheteshwar Pujara's 2 years in 2020 and 2021. But his contributions now, we will all remember Cheteshwar Pujara for the way how he set up India's 2 wins in Australia. 2018-19 where he led from the front, 521 runs with 74. Then in 2020-2021, he may have averaged only 33, but 928 balls. That was how he weathered the Australian storm and ensured that India would register a historic win indeed. So Pujara will be playing his 100th test and we all congratulate him on his phenomenal achievement. It is never easy to play 100 test matches for the country. Pujara will be hoping that he can make his 100th test even more memorable when India steps out onto the field against Australia in Delhi. We in Sports Today will be giving you all the latest updates. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget to tap that bell icon so that you know when we go live. And also don't forget to download the SportsTalk mobile app for all the content that they give in Hindi and English as well. Thank you.